morning, folks. It is day 2 of the 5X of November. We got a lot of stuff going on today. I am up, ready to go vote. And then also, I'm so excited about these daggone annoying people from sending me texts and phone calls. So hopefully that will end. And then we have an Onsite here locally at 11 o'clock. And then we got make day 2 of the church videos, the daily proverb, and we got hopefully I can get back and work on the review of the webcam that I got. I got 2 other microphones I really got to test out as well too. The computer from Glen Allen Baptist has been running the entire night without any issues at all. So we're gonna go into phase 2 of testing once I get back. And then I think we're going to do our first community questions stream today as well too. So yeah, fun day. Let me get down here to the school, go vote, and then I will be back and start some work and then go to the onsite. All right, folks, it's over. Please stop texting and calling me now. So I got about an hour before I need to get out of here because they said it's about a 30-minute drive to the other side of town. That's mainly because of traffic. But what I think I'm going to do is probably work on a video on how to make a custom intro, something like that, something simple. Gotta stay productive. And I got to double up what I was doing because I didn't stay up like I should have to write in the book. So we're going to have to double that up tonight. So I also had somebody just contacted me and wanted me to be on a discussion November 10th on media and answering questions for ministries. I guess it's supposed to be a collaboration with a bunch of people. I have some more details soon for that and let y'all know, like I said, working to announce some more stuff. And I'll probably post this as well too, that I'm going to be in Baltimore pretty much this entire weekend. I'm doing 2 installs, but that's only going to be half of the day. Probably going to need to probably ask Dee to try and book a hotel or something like that in Baltimore. So going to be up there Saturday. And then Epworth training is at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. Be with them in their service. And I should be back based on that time to do a roundtable. So I'll probably have a roundtable on Sunday since we missed one last week. So yeah, but let me go set up here and do a video real quick, eat some breakfast too, and then get ready to head over and do this on-site. All right, folks, we are here. Let me take my regular picture and let's get in here to see what we can do to help them out. All right, folks, AJaytheCEO here. We're here at Mt Sinai. You know what we normally do. I am mainly doing this for me so I can remember everything that I got to talk about. So right now, they are using 2 separate iPads to live stream, one to Facebook, one to YouTube. They are in talks with knocking out this wall and expanding it out to have a media area, dedicated media area and bathrooms. So I'm going to talk you through some of the thoughts because we're thinking in advance. Y'all know how we do. We talk about building the foundation and get the stuff set up so you don't have to replace it. So the thought of moving these lights are not an option right now. So my thought is to take a PTZ, hang it right there at the top, and then have the camera mounted under so it's right in front of the glass so it can avoid these lights to get a head-on shot. 20x, maybe a 30x would be fine for here. Another camera in the front up here somewhere, 20x to zoom back, to look back. They also need their sound done. So looking at changing out these 2 speakers, putting some, let me turn this around, putting some floor monitors for the pastor, because there is no sound. All these other speakers, the white speakers right there, they do not work. Those are the only speakers that are here completely. So new speakers right there, maybe some powered ones or something if we can still use the amp. 2 wedges for the pulpit, 2 side speakers for the choir, maybe another speaker here in the area right there, and the musicians are over here. So either going with a wedge or maybe personal mixers, whether through software with the X32 or the P16s, the actual personal mixer boxes will be here. All of this would be moved. That piece right there is hiding the wires that are going up. All of this would be repositioned, wired here in the attic. I believe that, yeah, it has to be an attic because there's air conditioning ducts right there. Will be routed back here where the booth is going to be. Going to probably do a digital snake up there to get all of this. Now they didn't speak about it, but I'm sitting here thinking maybe 265s right there, or maybe hang them from the ceiling right here in the angle would work. All right. And then also we're going to look at doing enhanced Wi-Fi in here, as well as running hardline internet for all the equipment. Thinking about a ATEM Mini Extreme that will help them do recording as well too. Very simple. They're also looking at building a new multi-purpose building over there somewhere. So this is going to be a system that, if they decided, they can easily take down and move in the other direction. We also have, if we go here, just letting them know that it's possible that we might need to have stuff in place to where they can have TVs in other directions. We're going to go downstairs here. And it's feeding a TV right here with the current camera, the SD camera that they have right now. And we're going to have this connected. So we got to trace where that goes. In talks with putting a camera down here, similar to what we did at Greater Faith, to where if they have events down here, it can be controlled as well. Maybe an access point down here to have greater internet access as well. And then, since the speakers down here don't work as well too, do sound down here. And honestly, what I would probably do is have something separate to avoid any lag with sound down here, since there are no speakers. So that's an advantage here. So really excited. When I get back in front of the computer, we're going to draw this up and I'll send it to them and we'll let them know what's going on. So thank you again, Mt Sinai Baptist Church. And hopefully whatever I give you will empower y'all to get y'all's stuff modernized here. So let's cut over to the computer. Alrighty, folks. So we are back here. So let's go ahead and cut over to the computer and let's go ahead and design the system, which is going to be a beast of a system. All right. All right. So let's get started here. And again, for those that want to know, I am using draw.io for this. Very simple, free application, web-based, or you can do a download of it. I'll leave a link down below, but so the mindset is this is temporary right now because they're talking about taking out 2 pews right there in the front right to have a 6-foot table. On the other side of that wall is the internet, so we can just do a pass through and close the plate off with a blank plate when it's done. But we're going to run internet over there, run just one PTZ in the back of the sanctuary right now, because in the future, they're going to blow out that wall and extend out the front porch, the underpass. Get a I don't know what you call it, but the area right in front of the church where it's just a stoop with a roof over top of it. They're going to close that area off and extend that. One half is going to be bathrooms. The other half is going to be for the media room. So, let me give a tip as well too. For when if y'all are doing some stuff like this in your church, if you're not going to be a part of the media at all, please don't give your opinion on what you think needs to go in the media booth. If you are literally just taking a guess out of the thin blue sky, you can't suggest saying you only need this, or you only need a 4-foot table, or you only need this small area. Please don't speak on stuff that you're not going to be a part of, because you don't know technically what you're talking about when it comes to stuff like that. What's the needs of the media? So hopefully that helps. All right, so what we're going to do is we want to make this system possible that can easily be changed and easily be moved if need be. So they said their main primary focus right now is they need to update their sound system. So based off of what they're talking about, I'm going to suggest a X32 compact. So let's start with that. So we need to reposition where everything is. So I'm going to try and put this stuff in the area, and this is going to be a lot longer, drawn out video than what we usually do. So we're going to start with the camera. I'm going to do a PTZ in the back, right in the center, right above that door frame, and have the camera mounted upside down so it can get past the lights that are hanging down. So back, PTZ, thinking a 30X maybe for this one because of how deep the sanctuary is. Honestly, a 20X would do. So actually, let me change that. I'm gonna go with a 20X. All right. And then in this area right here is going to be where the table and everything like that's going to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to do an ATEM Mini Extreme. We're going to rotate that. That's going to be over here. And we're going to have a PoE switch to send power and simplify what's going to go over there. Back here. And again, the internet is right, the router is right on the other side of the wall. So that'll be really simple just to have a pass through over there. We're going to just do a pass through to the wall. Excuse me. Feed over into this. All right. And then we'll have this connected to the ATEM. And we're going to run cable to the camera. That will give it power. And I'm thinking about getting a PoE joystick, so that way we don't have to worry about any extra cables. We just got to run that Ethernet that will give it power, and a more advanced joystick that's PoE and give us the camera control and stuff like that as well too. And they kind of said they wanted me to go all out and show everything in the system. So what I'm going to do is also mount this as a front PTZ. That will be, wrong direction. We're going to connect that over a network as well too. That will give it power. That will also give it control over that joystick, a PoE IP controller. And then the only thing else we need to run back is going to be maybe I shouldn't have put this right here. Yeah, let's do it like this. That will be a fiber HDMI. In the same way, fiber HDMI. That will connect here as well too. So only 2 cables need to go to each one of the cameras. Cool. And then they have a laptop. We're going to repurpose that so that that can be for their presentation, because they're not using anything like that at all. Probably do presenter for right now. And then if they want to, they can move to something else. All right. And then we also have, this is going to be fed back over a USB cable just for the software so it can control it, tell it where it's going to stream to, all this other cool stuff. All right. So we have way more inputs, and we're going to suggest another camera. This is going to be for the basement. And then the same way, we're going to run that over a fiber HDMI, which saves so much and not have to worry about the converters. And then we're going to have to figure out a way, probably going to put another switch downstairs so that it's not always on. So this is going to route some way from that router to downstairs. And I'm thinking about probably doing a unified network down there so that way they can have Wi-Fi throughout the building as well too. So we'll add some access points in here. So one in the sanctuary, maybe one in the back office in that area, in the admin wing. Thought I copied that. And then another one downstairs in the basement. And all of these are going to be connected over PoE to give it power. And we're going to add some televisions as well too. I'll use this one. I always mix these up, change the icons in here. They're all the same. So we're going to call this one our, need to bring it over here a little bit. So that's one. So left TV, right TV, and then let's just go ahead and add another one in here. And then back TV. I don't like how they flipped it, so y'all know it's facing the other way. All right, so again, this is going to make it simple. All of these are going to be fiber HDMI cables to make them really simple. So we're going to have let's do a 1x8 HDMI splitter. That's going to live over here. We have that line out here. And then each TV is going to come off of that. Trying to get it in cables so you can see which one is which. Trying to have the wires centralized to make it simple so you can see where each one is going. All right, yeah, something like that. So we got this one, and then there's also the TV that's downstairs. And I think I have the arrows going in the wrong direction here. All right. So let me switch these real quick so we know the direction that the signal is going. All right. So based off of this, we still have what, 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4 more outputs, from our 1x8 splitter, so we can feed some more TVs if necessary. And then, especially downstairs, we go from there. All right. Now that's the video part. Now we need to relocate the soundboard from the left side of the sanctuary over to the right temporarily. And then that one is ultimately going to move. So what we're going to do here, this is going to be an X32 compact here. And we're going to have our S16, well, I'll just say our digital snake up here. They only have 16 channels on their current board, which they said is not enough. So that'll give us 32, and then we can add another 32 here, and then that gives us another 16. So we got 48 right there. And we can always add another snake if need be, but this one will make it easy. There's already a snake there. We'll repurpose that. Ethercon, will connect this. So that makes that very simple to do. And let's do that one in Poiple. Yeah, let's do it that way. And I'll do it arrow in. I don't need no arrow on this. All right. So that all the mics will be connected to the digital snake that is already in place. The only thing we got to do is run that one signal there. Also thinking about putting some mics on the drums. I don't know. Keyboard's already there. Should be pretty simple to do that as well too. I mean, because we could probably put another snake in the pit where the musicians are. And that can feed back over to here. Might not need to do that, but I like the option that's available there. All right. And this is going to be digital snake for band. Snake. For mics. All right. So we can do a lot of stuff there. Now, they also have some issues with their speakers. So we'll be replacing their speakers as well too. And I don't like that image. Oh well. So we're going to replace this maybe with an alto, maybe something like equivalent, or we would go with a passive and have an amp on there. Either one will work for right there. So I'm just gonna set. See, it's starting to get a little cluttered up here. Let's move this down and try and get my cables up out of the way here. All right, so left speaker, right speaker. All right, let's bring this down a little bit more. So we can get this stuff out of the way, make it a little nice and neater there. All right, so we got this, all of these. I'm running out of colors. So we're going to run these speakers back to the board. Since it's so close, that would be easy to do. And what color would she use for that? Let's do orange for those. All right. So that's the first speaker. And I should have said sanctuary speakers. But then we're going to have some for we need monitors for the pulpit. Like I said, we're running out of space. I'll just say pulpit left. We'll just say pulpit left and pulpit right. All right, and then these will go into the snake that's there. So that should make that easy for running cables. Why in the world did it do that? I just want to move the speaker. All right. And then we have other speakers again. See, I'm running out of space. Then this will be choir right, choir left. All right, so we got our stuff there. Now, there is an option that we could just run this downstairs from one of the lines in. It's not really that far. We would have to go through the floor, but I mean, not that big of a deal. There's already a path because there are speakers there already. So we could have some basement speakers. And especially if we're feeding off of everything, we shouldn't have a delay type of issue at all. And if I was downstairs, I would do kind of like what we did in Charlottesville, do some ceiling speakers, get them powered off of an amp or something like that. So do a set, maybe 4 would be enough. But then we also are getting audio from the TV as well too. I ain't gonna relabel these. Yes, I am. So those are speakers. Again, they can be split, daisy chained off each other, something like that. So you got your lefts and your rights. So these can be connected to each other like this. And then we just do a left and right channel. That's what goes all the way back. Let me do it this way. So all of this is out of the way. We can do it, line it off of that, or line it off of one of the snakes, whichever one is closest, because we can, directly wire these and route these the way they need to be done. So that is not a problem with a digital board. All right. And then, of course, we're going to put a jack down here so this can be controlled over the Wi-Fi and all this other stuff. And then this joystick, we can maybe put another one downstairs if need be, if it needs to control from down there. Connect it here as well and give us the same control. Now, the good thing is a lot of the speakers and stuff like that needs to be done for the sanctuary anyway. And they are concerned about wanting to be able to move this and stuff like that. I mean, you can move it if you want to, but what I really want to recommend to them is, even though the system could be moved, I would recommend to not do that if they already want this system to be usable in this location. And then when they build a new sanctuary, just go with a completely different set of gear there. Now, again, all of this is temporary, and the fewer cables that we need to run, we just need to relocate. So the idea is when I'm running these cables that are going to the splitter and all this other stuff, make sure we have a clear path, or maybe even run double the cables, mainly off of the TV and the snakes and stuff like that. Those are Ethicon. So that's simple. What we're going to do is just, especially since they're snakes, we just have that one cable that has to route all the way back, and we can reposition that all the way right here. Now, this switch, we could leave that in that corner, in that little cul-de-sac. I mean, not cul-de-sac, in that little alcove area where the seats are. That can be there and put like maybe in a box on the wall or somewhere else. And actually, I didn't mention this. This router would honestly be replaced with a UDM Pro Unify switch, so we can have some more control, because they are talking about security cameras as well too. And this whole system can just be unified across the whole thing. We can do a bridge between the networks, between the buildings when the new building is there. So it gives them a lot of room to grow with this. So this is what I suggest. Most likely these TVs, I would mount the TV on the back wall. Oh, and I don't have a monitor for the multi-view. So that'll be multi-view. You know, something like that. So this is what I would suggest. You know, we always could maybe, instead of a laptop, maybe have a desktop that's there that could do it. I'm gonna put it out there and show them what all of this is possible to do. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of research on some other parts, and I didn't even include it. Let me go back here. Now, I didn't include the band area that's going to be here. The idea is we could put monitors there. But again, this is where honestly I would either go with the software, or I would honestly put some dedicated P16s there, personal mixers for the keyboard, organist, and drums, so they can customize their own thing. Maybe two, and if somebody has an iPhone or something like that, then they could do that themselves. And then you just have another box that's at the ready if somebody else decides to use it. You know, and probably have to put a PoE switch or something like here to power those. Because honestly, I think the other box for that is overkill, but you never know. So this is a pretty, I don't want to say this is big. It's a lot of stuff that's going to go into this, but it's not stuff that we haven't done before. So excited about putting this together and getting them lined up, because they said this is something that they've been talking about and everybody's finally in the motion of trying to do it. So thankful to be a part of this and help them out. So I'm wrapping this video up. Link is going to be down below to everything that I would use in this. And let me know if your suggestions about changing anything, what would you add, take away, or whatever. Because the other thing I would do is all of this monitor, honestly, I would do a 32, maybe a 40-inch screen and hang this on the wall in this back area. And, you know, for the internet, we're going to run a whole lot more cables than are needed so that we can have hardwired connections in all of these locations, because this equipment does not need to go over Wi-Fi. It needs to be a hardwired connection, but Wi-Fi is available throughout the church. So I might add another access point somewhere. I think one in that open area downstairs would be good. Maybe two in the hallway back there, something like that. But or two in the sanctuary. Yeah, I think two in the sanctuary. One in the choir loft, one in the main sanctuary area, and then one in that back hallway would be good. But so I'll do something like that, and I'm adding that in the description right now. To that. So again, thank you so much, Mount Sinai. I am looking forward to whether I'm a part of it or just the fact of y'all being able to minister in a different way in this change of environment that we're all going through. So like I said, link is down below if you're interested in any of the stuff. and we're going to be using. So if you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. We will see you on the next video. Later.